INDECOM probing shooting of a man by a cop during a quarrel in Spanish Town. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the shooting of a motorist by a policeman during a dispute along Brunswick Avenue in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Tuesday evening. It is reported that about 6:30 p.m. the man and another motorist were involved in a crash along the roadway. It is further reported that a passing motorist, who turned out to be a plainclothes policeman, made inquiries about the accident and subsequently encouraged them to take their vehicles off the road. The crash caused a pileup along the heavily trafficked road. An argument reportedly developed between the cop and the man, which got heated. It alleged that the man touched a gun on his waist. He was shot by the policeman. The injured man was subsequently taken to hospital for treatment. Man involved in domestic dispute killed by licensed firearm holder. The Elliston Road Police are probing the fatal shooting of a man by a licensed firearm holder who reportedly intervened during a domestic dispute. The incident occurred at a business establishment along Windward Road in Kingston. The shooter has since been questioned by the police. The deceased has been identified as Dwayne Williams, 41, of a Gillian Avenue, Kingston 2 address. The Elliston Road Police say that at about 6:35 p.m. Williams and his girlfriend had an argument that became physical. The police say Williams allegedly pulled a ratchet knife and attempted to inflict wounds on the woman. That was when the licensed firearm holder opened fire, hitting Williams. IRI News Media TV understands Williams was shot several times. Williams was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. St. Elizabeth farmer accused of buggering 4-year-old relative. The St. Elizabeth police have arrested and charged a 26-year-old farmer for alleged buggery of a 4-year-old relative. The offense was reportedly committed on July 22. The police say they have ensured that appropriate measures are in place to support the victim. The well-being of the affected child remains a top priority, as counseling has been arranged to provide support and assistance during this difficult time, said Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto. He said the community safety and security officers have also extended their services to offer additional support to the affected community. The perpetrator is scheduled to make a court appearance at the Santa Cruz Parish Court today. Officials say jet crash in Russia has killed 10. Moscow AP a private jet crashed over Russia on Wednesday, killing all 10 people on board, emergency officials said. Mercenary chief Yevgeny Prigozhin was on the passenger list, but it wasn't immediately clear if he was on board. Unconfirmed media reports said the jet belonged to Prigozhin, founder of the Wagner private military company. Russia's state news agency TASS cited emergency officials as saying that the plane carried 3 pilots and 7 passengers. It was not clear if Prigozhin was among those on board, though Russia's civilian aviation regulator, Rosaviatsia, said he was on the passenger list. The plane was en route from Moscow to St. Petersburg and went down in the Tver region, more than 100 kilometers 60 miles, north of the capital. Authorities are investigating. Flight tracking data reviewed by the Associated Press shows a private jet registered to Wagner that Prigozhin had used previously took off from Moscow on Wednesday evening and its transponder signal disappeared minutes later. The signal was lost in a rural region where there are no nearby airfields where the jet could have landed safely. Prigozhin, whose private military force Wagner fought alongside Russia's regular army in Ukraine, mounted a short-lived armed mutiny against Russia's military leadership in late June. The Kremlin said he would be exiled to Belarus, and his fighters would either retire, follow him there, or join the Russian military. Shortly after that, Wagner fighters set up camp in Belarus, but Prigozhin's plane, according to media reports, was flying back and forth between Belarus and Russia. This week, Prigozhin posted his first recruitment video since the mutiny, saying that Wagner is conducting reconnaissance and search activities, and making Russia even greater on all continents, and Africa even more free.